So let the sun shine in. I'm outside getting some sunshine. And you may be looking at me a little weird because, Rowie, it's cloudy, there's no sun today. But there is. And what if the sun, which of course all energy comes from the sun, what if some of the biggest challenges in the world right now, depression, Alzheimer's, dementia, mental health, physical health, if you don't have enough energy to exercise, if you don't have enough energy to live your life to the max, all energy comes from the sun. What if it was as simple as, let's get the basics right first, which is how much sunshine are you getting, how much sunlight are you getting? And it seems to be that we've slapped, sunscreened ourselves out of the sun. And if you have a look at the statistics from the Western world, most people don't get outside at all. They're always inside, no sunshine. And if they do go outside, they put on a hat or they put on sunscreen or they put on clothes that the sun can't get through. And could that be a really interesting thing to consider? I'm never about telling people what to do, and I'm never about this is what you should think or believe. But there's some really exciting new research on what the sun does for the human body. Now, I don't know why it should be new research, because sun makes plants grow, and sun makes plants grow that animals eat, that they grow. And we have the nutrition that we get from food and from animals all comes from the sun. So could it be really important to study the sun? And wouldn't common sense tell us that the sun has a massive effect on the positive aspects of our life? So if you're not getting enough sunshine, what are the consequences? Now, the interesting thing here is that the new research is showing that the sun rays can penetrate your skull, and they have an effect on your mitochondria in your cells. Now that we have brain cells, we have skin cells, we have everything in our body is a cell. And the mitochondria is the little furnace inside the cell that makes everything work. And the sun affects the mitochondria of every single cell in our body to make it work more effectively. Now, you might hear that as a terminology called melatonin. And melatonin is normally associated with sleep and nighttime. But in the daytime, the sunshine that we put into our body via all the obviously our skin cells and through our head, isn't that interesting, will then create a mitochondria, the little furnace inside our cell, to work more effectively. Now, I get really excited about that. Two reasons for that. I love being outside, always have. Always feel better when I'm outside in the fresh air and sunshine. Hate being inside. This is a really interesting, and this is just an observation by many scientists around the world now. There's always been a question, and I've asked this question for multiple years now. Why do some people eat crappy food, smoke cigarettes, drink copious amounts of alcohol, and they still live a very long time? And it's been very annoying for some of the wellness and health experts, because that goes against all the rules. If you don't eat healthy food, if you smoke and if you drink, you should die early, and you should be very unhealthy. Having studied those people now, because they've been of interest, it seems that the people that, even though they smoke and drink, even take drugs and eat crappy food, they're outside in the fresh air and sunshine, and they're active, and on top of that, they have a positive attitude. So one of the examples I always use is rock stars. There's a lot of old rock stars that have been smoking and drinking and taking drugs all of their life, and they're still singing on stage at 60 and 70 years of age. I think that's because they're doing what they love. And surely when you are not stressed about your job, when you're not stressed about money, when you're passionate about what you do every day, that of course has mental effect. It makes you feel good. Now, the other one is if you are outside and if you're getting fresh air and sunshine, and if you're really active, and I'll use again this example, a lot of lung experts, so cardiovascular respiratory doctors, will share with me that they would prefer, from a lung cancer point of view, they would prefer their patients to be smokers and active, fit and strong, rather than non-smokers and inactive, because inactivity is far more dangerous than smoking. Now, I'm not suggesting that smoking is a good thing, and no, I don't think anyone ever will. But here's an interesting thing to take note of. The people that have smoked all of their lives, the ones that don't feel guilty about it, they smoke and enjoy, Is it possible that because they don't have stress attached to it and they don't have guilt attached to it, that's the reason why they haven't died of lung cancer? Now, these are all just things to consider. I'm constantly considering all of those things because, yes, I'm an exercise professional. Yes, I have an international fitness business college. But most importantly, I have a human body that I live in, and I want to live a very long time with great quality of life. And I'm always asking, how do we do that? And what are the things stopping us from that? So one of the ways to do that, of course, is have a look at really unhealthy people, overweight people, diseased people, unhappy people. What are they doing? And then do the opposite. And I'm going to use depression as an example because it's a very controversial topic, I get that. But if you don't feel happy, when was the last time you got puffed? When was the last time you went out in the fresh air and the sunshine? When was the last time you did something really positive for somebody else? Because that's usually associated with outside. If you go outside, you're breathing in fresh air, you're getting sunshine, and you might meet other people, which means you might smile at them, for example, which can add value to somebody else's life. If you put all of those things together, all energy comes from the sun. If you don't get into the sun, is it possible that you won't have any energy? If you don't have any energy, is it possible that you'll stay inside and then you won't do the things that you love to do? You won't have a career or business that you love because you don't have high self-esteem and self-confidence because you don't feel good about yourself. You won't have a healthy, fit, strong body. And the 4 things that I always talk about: healthy, fit and strong, career or business that you love, be financially free and have great people in your life. Energy is required for all of those, and all energy comes from the sun. So I'm outside today, even though it's a platinum day. Some people would call it cloudy. I just call it, I can't wait to get outside and breathe in fresh air and just, I can't, it's humid today and freezing cold. We've got snow on the mountain. We've just hit 1 degree late in the afternoon. So it's been a very cold day. So my body is responding to the cold. I just get really excited to be outside. So all I'm asking is this: if you want to be healthy, if you want to be fit, if you want to be strong, if you want to have the energy to do all the things that you do, and energy comes, all the things that you want to do, and energy comes from the sun, are you getting out into the sun? Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose and frowners never win, so let the sun shine in. Woohoo! It's up there somewhere, I'm sure. Woohoo!